Hello everyone, in this video, we are going to learn how to use GnuCash accounting software. This is a free and open source accounting software that can help you manage personal finances, small business bookkeeping, income tracking, expenses, invoices, and reports all in one place. We are going to cover everything step by step, including how to download and install GnuCash, how to create your first accounting file, how to set up accounts, how to record transactions, how to create customers and invoices, and how to generate financial reports. To get started, open your browser and head over to the official GnuCash website. Once the homepage loads, you will notice that the website is very clean and easy to navigate. Right on the front page, you can usually find the download section. GnuCash supports multiple operating systems including Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. In this tutorial, we are going to use Windows. So click on the Windows download option and wait for the installer file to finish downloading onto your computer. Depending on your internet speed, this may take a few moments. After the download is complete, open the installer file. Windows may ask you for permission before running the installer. Click Yes to continue. Click Next to continue with the installation process. Once it finishes, click Finish and launch GnuCash. When GnuCash opens for the first time, you may see a welcome window asking what you want to do. You will usually have a few different options available. You can create a new set of accounts, import an existing file, or open the tutorial guide. If you are completely new to GnuCash, choose the option to create a new set of accounts and then click OK. Now you will reach the Book Options section. Here you can configure some default settings for your accounting file. You may see settings related to read-only transactions, accounting periods, and business preferences. If you are not familiar with these settings yet, it is completely fine to leave them at their default values. GnuCash works very well even with the default configuration. You can also switch over to the Business tab where you can enter company information. For example, you can type your business name, company address, email address, phone number, website, and tax information. In our example, we are going to enter My Studio as the company name along with a sample email and phone number. These details become useful later when creating invoices and reports. After entering the information, click Next. Now you need to select your default currency. This is very important because it determines how your financial values are displayed throughout the software. If you live in the United States, you may choose USD. If you are in another country, choose your local currency from the list. In this example, we are going to use USD. You can also choose the language settings if needed. Click Next once everything looks good. Now the Account Setup Assistant will open. This assistant helps you create the structure for your accounting system. Think of it as building the foundation for your financial records. The first thing you will notice is the option to select account categories. You can choose common account templates such as business accounts, personal accounts, common currencies, or investment accounts. For this example, let us imagine we are creating books for a small graphic design business called My Studio. We are going to select the common business account so that GnuCash automatically creates useful categories for us. Click Next to continue. Now GnuCash will show you a summary page where you can review your account setup before creating the file. If something looks incorrect, you can always go back and adjust it. Otherwise, click Apply to create your new accounts. You will now be asked to save your accounting file. Choose a location on your computer where you can easily find it later. You can save it inside your Documents folder or create a separate bookkeeping folder. Give your file a clear name, such as My Studio Accounts, and then save it. Once the file is saved, the main GnuCash dashboard will appear. At first glance, the interface might look a little technical, especially if you have never used accounting software before. But once you understand the basics, it becomes much easier. On the left side, you will see your account list. These accounts are grouped into categories like assets, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses. Assets are things your business owns, such as cash or bank accounts. Liabilities are debts or loans. Income tracks money coming into the business. Expenses track money going out. Equity represents ownership value. Let us begin by adding some sample transactions so you can understand how bookkeeping works in GnuCash. Double-click on your checking account under Assets. This will open the account register where transactions are recorded. At the top of the register, you can enter a new transaction. Let us say our design business received a payment of $1,200 from a client for logo design services. In the description field, type client payment for logo design. In the transfer field, select the income account. In the deposit column, enter $1,200. Press enter to save the transaction. Now you will notice that your account balance updates automatically. This is one of the best things about GnuCash because it keeps your books organized in real time. Next, let us record a business expense. Maybe we purchased a new drawing tablet for $300. Create a new transaction and type drawing tablet purchase in the description. Select an expense category such as office supplies. In the withdrawal field, enter $300. Save the transaction. Now your checking account balance reflects both the income and the expense. One important thing to understand about GnuCash is double entry accounting. Every transaction affects at least two accounts. This helps keep your books balanced and accurate. For example, when you receive money, your bank account increases, and your income account increases as well. When you spend money, your bank account decreases, and your expense account increases. Even though this sounds complicated at first, GnuCash handles most of the process for you automatically. Now, let us create a new expense account manually. Go to the Accounts menu and choose New Account. A window will appear where you can enter the account name and type. Let us create a new expense account called Software Subscriptions because many businesses pay for design tools or online services every month. Set the account type to expense and then click OK. You will now see the new category appear in your account list. This makes it easier to organize spending into detailed categories. Next, let us look at scheduled transactions. Scheduled transactions are useful for recurring payments such as rent, internet bills, subscriptions, or salaries. Go to the Actions menu and choose Scheduled Transactions. The Scheduled Transaction Editor will open. Click New to create a recurring transaction. For example, let us create a monthly internet bill payment of $80. Enter the transaction name, choose monthly frequency, and select the appropriate expense account. You can also choose the start date and next due date. Save the transaction once you are done. Now GnuCash will remind you when the payment is due and can even create the transaction automatically. This is very useful because it saves time and reduces mistakes. Now, let us move into the business features of GnuCash. At the top menu, click Business. Here you will find options for customers, vendors, employees, invoices, and bills. Let us first add a customer. Choose Customer and then New Customer. A form will appear where you can enter customer information. For example, let us create a customer named Green Valley Cafe. You can also add contact information such as phone number, email, billing address, and notes. Once everything is entered, click OK. Now the customer is stored inside your system. Next, let us create an invoice. Go back to the Business menu and choose New Invoice. Select the customer we just created. You can enter invoice details such as invoice ID, billing terms, and date. Now add an item to the invoice. For example, the website banner design service for $450. Enter the quantity and price. GnuCash will automatically calculate the total. Save the invoice once finished. You can later print the invoice or export it as a PDF to send to clients. This is very helpful for freelancers and small business owners who want professional invoicing without paying for expensive accounting tools. Now, let us look at vendor management. A vendor is basically a supplier or company you purchase from. Go to Business and then choose New Vendor. For example, maybe your company buys printing supplies from a company called City Print Solutions. Enter the vendor details and save them. This helps you track purchases and bills more efficiently. You can also create employee records inside GnuCash. Go to Business and select New Employee. Here you can enter employee ID, username, address, salary information, and more. This is useful if you manage payroll or reimbursements. Now let us explore reports because reports are one of the most powerful features inside GnuCash. Go to the Reports menu at the top. You will see many different report types such as balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, transaction reports, expense reports, and tax reports. Let's open the balance sheet report. The balance sheet gives you an overview of your financial position. You can see your assets, liabilities, and equity displayed clearly. Since our example file only contains a few transactions, the report is very simple right now. But as your business grows, these reports become extremely valuable. Next, open the income statement report. This report shows how much money your business earned and how much it spent during a specific period. You can quickly see whether your business made a profit or a loss. Reports update automatically based on your transactions, which means you do not need to calculate everything manually. Now let us briefly look at the Tools menu. Inside Tools, you can access the Price Database, Financial Calculator, and other utilities. The Price Database is especially useful if you track investments or multiple currencies. You can manually update prices for stocks, currencies, or assets. For example, if you track cryptocurrency or stock investments, this section helps keep values updated. Another useful thing about GnuCash is that it supports importing data from other accounting software or bank exports. You can import QIF, OFX, or CSV files depending on your bank or previous software. This can save a huge amount of time because you do not have to enter every transaction manually. To import data, go to File and choose Import. Then select the correct file format and follow the instructions. Now you have learned the basics of using GnuCash accounting software from installation all the way to recording transactions, creating invoices, managing customers, and generating reports. As you continue using the software, you will become more comfortable with the interface and discover even more advanced features. The great thing about GnuCash is that it is completely free while still offering powerful accounting tools that many paid applications provide. It may take a little time to fully understand bookkeeping concepts, but once you practice recording transactions and reviewing reports, everything starts making much more sense. If you have any questions about GnuCash, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.